The issue of women's rights in Islam has been a contentious area of discussions and intense debates both in the Muslim world and in the West. The two dominant mainstream narratives have victimized Muslim women, though in different ways. On one hand, many Muslims and Muslim governments appropriate Islamic text to justify discrimination against women and to impose social and legal restrictions on women's rights and freedoms. On the other hand, Western Islamophobic neo-orientalists use these popular yet traditional misogynistic readings of Islam to support their xenophobic claims against Islam and Muslims. This leaves Muslim women in a dilemma. Muslim women who want to be good Muslims and want to also have their rights experience conflict and frustration under these popular interpretations. At the same time, they struggle to respond to Western attacks on Islam. These women and men react defensively that Islam honors and protects women and grants them full rights, but without having access to solid religious foundations and scholarship. Meanwhile, any attempts to discuss women's rights and freedoms in the Middle East are labeled imperialist, colonialist Western hegemonic enterprises that corrupt the piety of Islamic moral fabrics and traditions. Genuine attempts to protect Muslim women from discrimination through the international models of gender equality and empowerment programs end up alienating local contexts and will be likely unsuccessful without giving the local communities proactive and independent roles. Evidently, the issue of women in Islam is complex and multifaceted. What remains constant, though, is that Muslim women emerge as the victims in all these accounts. In contrast to these mainstream narratives and the popular traditional interpretations of Islamic text, a solid, although still peripheral feminist Islamic perspective has emerged. The less-known narrative is that of Islamic jurisprudence, female scholars who provide contextual readings and alternative interpretations of Islamic text. These Muslim women, who are also practicing believers, dispute the misogynistic Islamic interpretations that subordinate women in Muslim societies and demonstrate in the name of their faith that the popular prejudiced readings of Islam are not inherent in the text, but are products of their time and place. The issue of women in Islam is very intricate and requires a great level of theological, linguistic, and historic expertise and skills to understand and analyze. Below is but a brief introductory summary of these alternative readings, referencing some of the work of experts in Islamic jurisprudence and human rights scholarship, and my ensuing recommendations for advancing women's rights in the Middle East.